Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So finally the update details, or rather the patch notes, are out, boys. So let's see what CM Fragment has in store for us. So it says, greetings agent, this is CM Fragment of Marvel Future Fight. Tech from beyond this millennium has hit Marvel Future Fight. Enjoy the fresh new looks of this Armor War 3099 themed update. In this update, there will be new uniforms for Doctor Doom, Rescue, and Hulkbuster, Iron Man Mark 44, Tier 3 advancement for Doctor Doom, and potential awakening and transcend potential for Rescue and Hulkbuster. Agents, we also prepared Summer Days uniform for Quicksilver and Silk for you to enjoy this summer. Also, various improvement has been made for your convenience, such as addition of ISO 8 set, auto set change function, menu UI changes, next reward button after tapping the acquire button in dispatch mission, right? So anyways, boys, let's go, or rather let's dive into the uniform section, right? So the most notable thing is that War Machine uniform will not be in sale, and it will be available only in the mid-month patch. Okay, so as of now, Doctor Doom, Rescue, and Hulkbuster's uniform will be on sale for 40%, right? It's as usual, right? So, and Summer Days uniform Silk. So Silk is the paywall uniform, as it can be acquired through the Silk Ice Cream token shop. And Quicksilver will be Crystal Wall uniform, but will not be on sale. So that means you have to pay 1750 crystals. So we have to wait and watch and see if this uniform is worth it or not, right? Maybe even if not, if you're just a collector, God knows, it will come back maybe in years time or 6 months time, right? Anyway, so this event pages item may return in future. Okay, we know that it will. So let's see the uniform effect of Doctor Doom. So he stays universal villain, so his abilities remain same, magic and pure evil, and he's a human male, right? So the uniform effect enhances skill Bond Ruler, which is his tier 2 passive. Apart from that, applies to self, decreases damage received from reflect attacks by 60%, irrespective of whether it's energy reflect or physical reflect. Okay, now activation rate when using remove all debuff effect. Okay, if he has this all debuff effect on, then only these particular stats applies to him, which is decrease all damage received by 40%, ignore target dodge rate by 50%, and increase chain hit damage by 15% when attacking. Cooldown is 20 seconds, however the buffs do last for 18 seconds, but the bad thing is only available if the all buff remains, remove all debuff effect is applied. Otherwise, this could have been a continuous thing, then it could have been really great. Now who will apply these all debuff effect except when you are in PvP? Maybe occasionally bosses will stun you. Now suppose the Krintar Cage, okay, for wall boss null, if it stuns you, right, you remain stunned. Alright, so immune to all debuff means it doesn't really works there. Anyways, we have to see, right, how it works, but I'd have preferred a straight up buff than rather this kind of shenanigans, right? Anyway, well, that's me. So his tier 2 passive has been buffed, so 55% chance to penetrate super armor, barrier, shield, immune to all damage, basically everything, and super armor and all defense. 50% increases skill damage by 35, and so some skill damage and bonus damage, right? So his first skill, okay, which is changed, it gives all attack and all defense up to 30%, all speed 6%, and critical rate by 10%. Removes well, decent buff, right? but hopefully we can cancel this skill unlike his previous skill, right? Well, God knows, but at least as far as skill animation goes, it remains the same, right? So we have to wait and watch. Otherwise this buff will become useless if you don't use this skill. So second skill is fantastic now because it has a counter, it is a counter skill, and it ignores it has the effect of ignore targeting, right? So it does applies a stun, fractures, and yeah, quite decent, right? Good for PvP. Nothing changed for the third skill, right? So he still has the SHARON ROGERS accumulation, which is fantastic. Why? Because we'll come back to it in a bit, right? And so his fourth skill applies like all defense rounds, which stacks up to minus 55%. Doesn't really applies on world boss, right? Legend, he does have paralysis, so good for ABX, and he has 45% increase to all attack for 8 seconds at a cooldown of 7 seconds, so which is fan-freaking-tastic. His last skill, fifth skill, which gives him again 50% recovery to max HP, so quite decent, I would say. And now as far as rescue is concerned, my doubt regarding her uniform effect was whether it's 25% increase to HP recovery or it's just recovery rate, right? To our disappointment, it's 25% increase to recovery rate, which is meh. Absolutely meh, right? Anyways, rescues leadership, okay, all allies. She gives a 50% HP shield, right, which is, I believe, is quite decent, right? It's not bad. It's like Iron Man's end game, means the shield, means his uniform effect basically, right? But however, this can get all the squad members can enjoy this benefit, right? But you would prefer attack leadership more mainly, right? Anyways, so first skill, nothing much, so but you can use it using the V2.0 skill, so it's a movable skill. Second skill, no changes, so that's why it hasn't been listed. Third skill, okay, it has paralysis, it has a okay, applies to all allies, 35% of HP recovery, removes all debuff, guard hit again. Okay, so means the big dome that it creates, so that's good. It recovers HP of all the characters. So she's quite a support character, okay, on the ground, like, so it seems she is going to be very useful in alliance conquest and whatnot, right? Because when a team of three players are playing or three characters are playing, only then she seems to be good, right? Because with her shield, right, if you're just playing one character is on the field, which is rescue, it doesn't matter much, right? However, if she's providing shield and heal to all the characters who are playing, then definitely her values goes up. So I believe she's going to be a very good character for Alliance Conquest. But who levels up a character, or rather advance a character only for Alliance Conquest, right? Maybe for Alliance Tournament, God knows. Too soon to say anything, right? So anyways, her fourth skill, it has a frenzy buff of 25 all attack, all defense, 1% all speed, 25% critical rate. That's it. Her fifth skill, it gives super armor, all defense of 20%, and immunity to all damage by 5 seconds, right? Okay, good. So now comes my boy Hulkbuster. He is a buster. Well, Hulkbuster's uniform effect is this is actually quite fantastic, right? Whenever he's below 99%, he recovers 3% of max HP, which is, I would say, phenomenal. The best uniform effect so far, I'd rather say. I would say Dr. Doom's could have been number one, but since his uniform effect depend upon certain situation when he is debuffed, right? So that's why I would say Hulkbuster's uniform effect is by far the best, right? His leadership has been boosted for all allies. He now gives 35% increase to all attack. However, for Iron Man, it's 70% increase to all attack, boys. All right, okay, gotcha. Anyways, so his tier 1 passive self increase max HP by 30%. However, when he's tier 2, all technokinetic allies max HP gets increased by 35%. So that's interesting. Some benefit of having Iron Man's god, right? He's a tier 2 passive. Okay, it's super armor, all defense 30%, in some skill damage, bonus damage, all damage you receive decreased by 30%. His active skill 1 is quite basic and no skill changes, as since we have already seen it in the live streams. Second skill also same. However, the third skill has a counter attack function and it has ignored targeting effect as well, right? So it has turn, fracture, all the PvP effects, immunity to all damage for 5 seconds, and it has accumulation based on true damage. Okay, so that's actually very good. Like, and the fourth skill is it has burn damage. Okay, and it has all defense down, which stacks up to 50%, invincible for 4 seconds. Very good. Fifth skill has again burn damage, fracture, paralysis, and a frenzy buff. So that's nice. I believe Hulkbuster skill set is much better than Rescues, right? So far all his skills seems to be meta, and Silk doesn't I mean Silk, I'm saying Silk, Rescue doesn't seems to be having accumulation, right? Anyways, maybe it might be present in her Awakening skill, God knows, right? So anyways, let's check out the Summer Days uniform. So uniform effect for Silk is increased chain hit damage by 18%, ignores target dodge rate by 40%. Very good uniform effect. Thumbs up, right? Blind hand, boys and girls, let me be the bearer of bad news. As you can see, acquisition method, Silk's ice cream token into 30. So she is the paywall uniform of this particular update. My god. So her first passive is whenever she uses any kind of web skill, okay, for 10 seconds she gets guaranteed critical rate for 45% and 45% increase to all attack. Apart from that, her tier 2 passive is guaranteed dodge rate has been increased to 35%, increase in skill damage, bonus damage, and all damage received decreased to minus 30%. Okay, her first skill is web attack. Okay, good. Second skill seems to be have an ignore targeting effect, right? So that's good, really good. It's again a web attack skill. Her third skill, okay, the rushing gun, the shuriken skill, right? It also is a web attack. Okay, it has guard hit for 9 hits, which is who cares about guard hits these days in 2021. However, it does have a very good and effective frenzy buff of 45% all attack and all defense, and critical rate of 30%, right? So that's good. Her fourth skill has chill damage, bleach damage, stun, freeze, ignore all defense down, which stacks up to 55%, invincibility for 4 seconds, increased damage for 30% for the next 2 attacks. So that's wonderful. Her fifth skill, okay, which is again a web based skill, it recovers her HP by 25%. So heal, fan freaking tastic, penetration of super armor, barrier, shield, or basically everything, and against it gives a frenzy buff of 42% of all attack and all defense. Frenzy buff of all attack of 42% and all defense of 30% and all speed of 1%. So very good kit for Silk, at least on the paper, right? We don't know how hard the skills are going to hit, but she seems legit, boys, right? Now coming back to our boy Pietro, the full cost uniform, which is going to cost 1750 crystals. His uniform effects are relatively meh compared to Silk, just attack speed increase of 10% and 15% chain hit damage, considering he is just a crystal ball uniform, right? So his ultimate skills seems to be changed a bit. Now he has all defense down up to 70%, which does applies on world boss ultimate, critical rate increase of 35%, ignored defense of 20%. And I don't really understand means why would you add 20% ignored defense to a tier 3 skills, right? If you have a character at tier 3, you should have his ignore defense already maxed out. Well, at least that's what I believe, right? Anyways, he ignores target dodge rate by 80%, but only for 6 seconds. All 6 seconds, 6 seconds, 6 seconds. My god. Removes all debuff for 6 seconds. Increase damage by 100% for one attack. 10 seconds. Okay. And so on. And his tier 2 passive is his guaranteed dodge rate is 45%. Ignores target dodge rate by 50%. So he has a native ignore target dodge rate by 50%. Increases skill damage and bonus damage. His active skill has paralysis, good for ABX. His second skill has a decrease of enemies all speed, which is practically meh. His third skill, which is not yet okay, dodge rate increased by 30%, just 10% of max XP, but at least some amount of heal. Then he has accumulation, which he already had previously. His fourth skill now has a ignore targeting effect. Okay, so lots of PvP skill effect for almost all the characters, right? So he has stuns and frenzy buff of all attack, all defense of 40%, and then 1% critical rate and all speed. Okay, its fifth skill has no buff whatsoever. Okay. Apart from that, 5 more character gets their potential realized, which is Adam Warlock, and this is Mantis, Singularity, Ultron, and Yondu. Now, boys who has been really thinking that Ultron might get mid-month tier 3, well, who knows? You might be right, yeah? So now Doctor Doom gets his tier 3. Now why I said that Doctor Doom's third skill didn't change, but it's actually a good thing, because as you can see, if we come into skill effect of Doctor Doom, it deals 50% burn damage, which is meh, bind 5 seconds, which is again meh, silence for 5 seconds. Okay, so silence and burn damage are meta for AVX season. He already has paralysis in one of his skills, so it makes him meta for all 3 seasons. Okay, apart from that, he has like 70% of all defense down, which does applies on World Boss Ultimate. He ignores target dodge rate by 70% for 10 seconds. Very good for null. Invincibility for 10 seconds. Take a note, Quicksilver. Your 6 seconds won't do, right? Now the most important part's coming, boys. Okay, listen carefully. Increase damage by 70% for one attack, which is good. But now he gets the first and only Sharon Rogers treatment, right? 100% increase to charge rate of accumulate true damage effect. Okay, which means his accumulation gets the bar gets filled instantly to 100% as soon as you press the tier 3 skill, right? So you don't need to take damage while using this tier 3 skill. You press the third skill, use the tier 3 skill, and boom, your accumulation bar is full, and you will do bonkers damage to enemies. So we have to see how it works. Like in case of Sharon Rogers, we know it wreaks havoc. So anyways, so let's check out the potential awakening skills of Hulkbuster and Rescue. So just some burn, stun, all defense downs, just some normal stuffs, right? Hulkbuster didn't really require anything. He already has accumulation skill. Rescue, she doesn't have any accumulation or anything, right? So it seems that Rescue seems to be the most underwhelming character for this particular update. At least on papers, we don't know damage wise how she will do, even though she may not have buffs and all, right? So CTP of Authority, now we can craft it, boys. Okay, so when the gauge is 100%, the effect will be applied automatically. Effects are guard break, super guard break immunity, and decreased damage taken. Cannot fill the gauge for certain amount of time after the effect has been applied to the character. So that's interesting. Now let's have a look, right? Okay. So now normal CTP of Authority, right? It gives a guard break immunity critical rate increase of 45%. When HP is below like 50%, it gives invincibility, and it has some accumulation based on true damage dealt, right? Okay. Now Reforging normal success means for mighty decrease, it will give a bonus like decrease all damage received by 30%, additional decrease by 20% of concentration, or well, the usual all attack and all defense of 20%, right? Now if you get a brilliant CDP of authority, okay, the all damage received decrease can increase from minus 30% to 60%, okay, and concentration increase will be from 20% to 40%, so it gets double in from mighty to brilliant. And if we get all attack all defense stat, it will be of max of 32%, so that's again brilliant. Not too meta defining, but okay, good enough. At least CTP of rage is not getting any reforge. Apart from that, boys, so there will be some changes in the ISO 8 set, right? So means like the Uru system, okay, where you can continuously re-roll till you get the 5 sets Urus or whatever you prefer. Similarly, for ISO 8 set, previously we can roll only up to 20 times for our preferred ISO 8 set, but however, after the August update, it will continuously roll till you get the ISO 8 set which you want, right? Plus there has been some many changes which are going to showcase the shop a bit more, which is okay. Now you can click next and get all the dispatch reward, which I think is a very good thing to do, right? So new future pass is again on the cards, boys. As you can see, special icon for Captain Marvel if you buy the legendary pass, and for the mythic pass we get X23's future pass, right? These are the icons. Alright, so new uniform collection bonus. So the bonus is just 300 black antimatter for mythicking all these 4 uniform, out of which one of the uniform is paywall character. Now the other improvement, okay, legendary battle pop-up screen has been improved, so that's good. So now we can check how many materials we have for a particular item through the world boss menu itself. Previously we cannot see, so that is good. Alright, so mockery and still effect has been now added in a kill name glossary. The name of the tokens reward from dimension mission has been changed from support token to support token from rift token. The name item shop and dimension token in dispatch mission will be changed to dispatch shop and dispatch token, okay. Apart from that, a few other error fixes has been done, like issue of awakened skill of supergiant being displayed as if it is also unlocked when upgrading her to 6-star. Well, I wish they have fixed her range issue for supergiant, right? Because it's not good, boys. Even with SFX or like for Black Bolt and for Corvus, we can cancel it if we have SFX on, but we cannot do it for supergiant, so which is they haven't really addressed the issue. Apart from that, they have changed something about the guided quest, right? Like for Titan record has been distributed while a character wearing uniform. The issue of agent who were not under the effect of shield effect special support experiencing if the trial product was not being applied when they have logged in for the first time has been fixed, okay. There are certain, it's not so important, right? All right, so issue of increased damage to super villain effect icon being displayed as 1 second left when using the tier 3 skill of Captain America Sam Wilson. So okay, so sudden glitches they has been fixed. The world boss requirement for Thanos level 60 is Nova Sam Alexander, right? Not his papa. Alright, so a couple of minor changes, but the main major changes that has been fixed is the danger room extreme. Occasionally strike boss used to jump up and used to never come down, right? Now, but now according to them it has been fixed, right? So that's really good. So that's it for the update details. And as you can see, Silk's ice cream token shop, okay. So how to purchase them, it hasn't been specified, but you have to purchase certain packs in order to buy these tokens. From these tokens you can buy, apart from the uniform, you can also buy these stuffs, which are hella expensive. So even if you decide to buy something, go for the uniform itself, right? So that's it for this particular video, boys. Thank you so much for watching. Please do give a like and subscribe to the channel, and hope to see you guys in the next video. Till then, take care and have fun.